Hey guys, I'm BDC. This is Minecraft. We're here on the Mindcrack server. Quick reminder, I'm going to be live streaming from the Mindcrack server tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll probably be about an hour or so after this video goes live. Now, if you notice, I removed the old little testificate domicile that I had right there. Originally made it when I trapped a couple of the zombie villagers and cured them. I have since taken that down, and I have made this rather large enclosure. There's quite a few doors here. Let me show you. I don't know exactly how many. I didn't really bother to count, but there are doors on both the inside and the edge here. So there's a lot. There's quite a bit of room for expansion in the testificate breeding and what have you. I started with just the two, and then I captured, I think, two more. I think I captured two more because they weren't breeding. One of them would get the little hearts, and then it would go away, and then a few minutes later, the other one would get some hearts, but they weren't doing it at the same time, which is kind of important in breeding. Ba-dum-bump. Drum, drum, hi-hat. In any event, I decided to get a couple of more testificates, so I captured those, I cured them, they were right there, I'll show you that in a second. And now I have, I think, 8 or so? 8 or 9, somewhere in that range. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They all stop there. They all stop opening the doors when I come over. Oh, so there's one of them. See, he wants to breed, but nobody else does, so it's just like, nah. I think one of the issues is there is doors on the inside as well. I think it's preventing them from breeding. Oh, see, there goes another one. And this is exactly what was happening previously. They, like, one of them would get the little hearts, and then it would go away, and then somebody else would, and what have you. Most of these trades are pretty bad. Anyways, why am I doing this? Because they are changing the way that breeding works in the new update, snapshot, what have you. We are not on the newest snapshot. I don't know when we will be. There was some issues with the fire spread. However, there was a new snapshot today, and that might have been fixed. Oh, hey, guy. So that might have been fixed, which means we may be switching over to the new snapshot pretty soon. So the reason why I wanted to do this, I wanted to get a bunch of testificates so that I can make an iron farm and not have to deal with the new breeding mechanics. And if you don't know what that is, it's very simply you have to trade with them in order for them to breed. So it's a little more time sensitive, and it takes a little more time. That's what I want to say. There you go. Takes a little more time. Time intensive. Is that what it? No, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so this little pen right here, I was capture them in there and cure them and what have you. But so we got these guys over here. I've been visited by a couple of creepers while I was working on this. These guys cannot get in there because of the carpet, and then there's a fence post underneath that. That also. Oh no 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 no! That almost was really bad. There's a fence post underneath there that prevents the little guys from getting in there. Oh man, if he had blown that up, those zombies would have went in there, and it would have been bad times all around. As you can see, all the iron from my beacon is now completely gone. Yeah, I need to get a lot more iron. What was I gonna do here? Let me drop off this stuff. And I've got lots of resources on me. I'm going to head over to the flower area. Is that all the gold that I have? That should be enough. I'm gonna head over to the flower area, and I'll show you what I've been working on there. Quite a bit. So, be back in a second. Some of you may recognize this area here. This is where I originally wanted to do the flower farm. Right over there is the sunflower plains. There's a ton of horses over there, by the way. And also all the sunflowers that I originally collected. Now, this area is ideal for a flower farm because it has a flower forest, which is required, right next to a swampland, which means I can also get the blue orchids. Blue orchids only spawn in the swampland, I believe. They might spawn elsewhere, but I know they spawn here. They definitely don't spawn in the flower forest, which is kind of disappointing, but whatever. So this is every single flower here in the game except for the ox-eye daisies. Now what I was going to do is I was going to make an automated flower farm here and then put another one over there where there's a bunch of spawnable ox-eye daisies. But there is also some ox-eye daisies up here. Well, not necessarily up here. The vertical is irrelevant. But in this general area right here, there's a whole bunch of daisies. So this kind of platform thing that goes down, kind of a stair system with this grass, has every single flower in the game. Up top is a water trough that is held back by just regular pistons. And what I can do is I can, do that, and it will wash away all of the flowers, and they'll go down the hill. Now, the only issue is water doesn't grab it and pull it along with it. You kind of need a constant current in order to get the items all the way down there. I'm going to have to figure out the pattern of how I'm going to want the water released. And that will probably be connected to this down here. So if you look down here, underneath all of this, there are droppers. Well, this is a dropper. This is a dispenser. And then you have rail line here. There's, the repeater and then some redstone. There needs to be an activator rail here, I think. Wait, does there go an activator rail there? No. Yes, because it's going this way. Okay, my bad. So we do need an activator rail right there. So I missed one. Anyways, what's going to happen is this is going to be removed, and I'm going to have a better control center. There's going to be a cart that has a chest in it, and in that chest I'm going to be able to load up all the bone meal. Then I'm going to send the cart on its way. It's going to go all the way around, and it's going to keep going around and around and around until I tell it to stop. Or until it runs out of bone meal. I might work that in there. In any event, so it goes along here. There's a hopper right there. The hopper is feeding into this dropper. And this dropper is... This was just for testing purposes. Ignore that. So let's do it over here and you see a little bit better. So the cart comes along here. It hits this activator rail, which will turn on this rail, the powered rail. It also turns on this one, which I'll show in a second. So the cart will do that. Then when it goes over, it puts one bone meal inside the hopper. The hopper then puts it inside the dropper. And then when the cart crosses this point, it will activate this, which then tells the dropper to put it up into there. And because the dropper is now a powered block, the dispenser will also fire out the bone meal. So it's one quick little operation. Came out a lot better than I originally planned. My original plan was to have a system that went all the way along and would put the item in the dropper and then have the dropper put it into the dispenser, and then I would have to have another circuit that would tell the dispenser to fire off. However, this design, which is pretty simplistic, works really well because it will put the bone meal up on the grass right away. So it won't store the bone meal, but really I don't think that matters. My original intent was to store like as much bone meal as I could in all of them, but it doesn't matter at this point. So, all right, let's see here. So the cart goes all the way around and it triggers off all of these. It will trigger off all those, and it comes back around here, fires off all those, and then down there, so on and so forth. And I don't know how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there are 77 of these because it's 7 across. So there are 77 of these. This down here was kind of a pain in the ass because this is below water level right here. I probably should have started it up higher. See, it's below water level. So I had to go in and manually fill in every single water source block with another block, dirt or stone or whatever, and then clear that out. So it was a pain in the butt process. This right here was all done with buckets of lava. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing for this, because there is a couple more. There's another layer of source block below it. So what I'll do is I'll probably fill in all this with lava or blocks or whatever, create a little kind of barrier wall. Then I'll remove all the stone, and then I'll drop more buckets of lava. And that seems to be the fastest way, as long as you have a decent amount of lava buckets. If you only use like 1 or 2, it's going to take forever. But if you have like 4, 5, or 6 lava buckets, you just, you drop one here, drop one there, drop one here, drop one there, drop one there, drop one there. And then you go back to the start, pick that one up, move it, 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 pick that, so on and so forth. Then it goes pretty quick. But if you just put down a single lava bucket and then wait, it feels like forever. So don't really want to do that. Yeah, I think that's about it for this right here. I think that's about it for this system right here. I hope to finish it tonight. That is the plan. And then we can have a ton of flowers. Why do I want lots of flowers? Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, I want to restock the flower shop because people have been buying stuff. I know Etho is the one who buys most of it. But it's also just good to have lots of the flowers, so that way if I have a project that I want to work on, I don't have to go and, I don't have to go and try to harvest them myself. So if you just have like, oh crap. If you just have a ton of flowers, then it makes it easier. Also, the main catalyst for me building this now is this thing right here. When I was working on the mini game, I started putting a floor/ceiling in it, and I wanted to use light blue clay, or the hardened clay with light blue. And I started using lapis. Oh man, and I used so many lapis. It was at least a stack and a half, 2 stacks of lapis probably. And I was like, man, this is such a waste, because lapis is needed for enchanting. So I'm like, I am not going to deal with this, man. This is just a colossal waste. So I decided that I was going to use the orchids to make the dye, and then I ran out of orchids. And I'm like, all right, well, the ceiling for that area was done, but I'm like, if I want to do this again or something, I'm gonna need more dye. And I would like to redo the King's Road roof with the light blue clay as well, because it looks a lot better than I thought it was. I thought it was gonna be more purple than it was, but it came out pretty good. So that's what I would like to do. In any event, that means I have to finish this bad boy, and that's what I'm gonna be doing at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. On my live stream, there will be a link in the description, as there always is. This was just a quick recap. I do have lots more prep that I have to get done for tonight. Get out of here. So I'm going to take care of that, upload this, and we'll see you at 6. Anyways, that's it for this one. Certainly would appreciate it if you hit that like button. Remember, always blame the controller, because it's never your fault.